As a certain genty YouTuber might say, it is time to pick up a pancake. If you understand it, then good for you. I have more respect for you now. Anyways, this is a Minka Aire Pancake ceiling fan in silver from about 2016. Got this fan for like 75 bucks at a showroom. They just discontinued this finish and they're in high demand, and I just loved it so much, so I just had to bring it home. I'm very glad I did, especially now that I've got the functioning remote for it. You might remember that I tried one of my remotes with and it didn't work. It was one of the reversing ones. I now have one of the non-reversing ones here and it works, which is weird because there's no reverse switch on the fan. So I'm really confused by it and why the other one didn't work. Either way, the fan works and reverse isn't the most important thing in the world. So, you know, it's all okay. So before I start the fan up, I'm of course going to give you guys a close-up. Also mention, if this video looks different than any of the other videos, not like it matters because of my freaking backlog and just how I upload my videos, but this is the first video being recorded on my new phone, and I went from an iPhone XR all the way to a 14, so I went from one shitty little camera to having like 3 of them. So yeah, so there's the top of it, and like as you can see there, the whole thing basically rotates except for this here. It's a really cool fan. The silver finish is gorgeous, and I just absolutely love the sleek profile of it. And yeah, there we go. You can see I can actually zoom in really nice now. So that's kind of fun, but yeah, absolutely gorgeous fan. I really do love it. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this back in the tripod here. So I got to be a lot more sensitive with where I put it now, because the volume buttons have slightly moved since the last phone. So I just got to get used to filming with this one. Anyways, I do have the kilowatt hooked up, of course, so we'll be using that as well. So let's start the fan up here on low. Now, right off the bat, fan definitely has some motor hum. Not surprising really with all the new products. I was kind of hoping this one would be more quiet, but It is such a sleek, streamlined fan, though. It is really beautiful. I'm really impressed by it, and I'm really glad I brought it home, because there's only a couple finishes available. I think it's just got white and distressed koa now, and I don't know how long those last, so I'm really glad that I got this one. See, this is low speed. I've been using it mostly on medium and high, so I'm not totally sure how much here this one moves here. I'll feel it as I walk by here. I honestly don't really feel that much from it here on the low speed. It's more just circulating. You can't really feel it that much like you can on the higher speeds. So let's see, 0.23 amps, 11.6 watts, and almost a half a power factor. I forgot I don't have a pull chain to use here. I can use my remote. There we go. Going to medium. I was definitely hoping the fan would be more quiet, but it is what it is. This fan, I would definitely say, has a bit more of its own niche, if that would really be the word. It's like, you can't, this particular model with no light on it, it's definitely one of those fans for probably like a larger space or more commercial space. I've seen these installed in commercial spaces before. It is a super cool fan. I really like the slim, low profileness of it as well. It makes it perfect for hanging down here, because it's not really in the way, and it's got a remote for convenience, and I don't really intend on installing any other fans down here for a while, so that's nice. Because the only other fan I had decided to go all weird and almost strip a breaker on me, so yeah, but this is really the only other fan that we back up. But yeah, so anyways, this is medium. Oh geez, I hear my dog. I don't know what on earth he's doing. Anyways, 0.36 amps, 28.8 watts, and I would say around 2/3 of a power factor. All right, let's go ahead and take it to high. See, I think the Pancake was introduced in like 2014, I want to say. I've got all the catalogs. I could go look if I wanted, but I'm too lazy to do that. But I think it was introduced around then, and I think back then I don't think it came in distressed koa yet. I think it came in bronze, white, I think like some kind of, I think it came in polished nickel and maybe brushed nickel, I want to say. Silver was a finished edition that came out like 2 or 3 years later, I want to say. but the silver finish is absolutely gorgeous. Probably my favorite finish option. Distress Co is nice, and it's nice enough, but not really my favorite. And all the other finishes are kind of boring and plain and basic. But the fact that this silver is just kind of shiny is really nice. So yeah, here's high. On a high, it's not really the loudest, like typically you'd hear more air movement from it, but you really don't, and it's also a pretty strong fan, so really you do get the best of like all the worlds from it. I would say it's a great fan. I can't remember how much these would have retailed for, but obviously I did get it at a steep discount. But yeah, really impressive fan though, and it is really so smooth. It's just absolutely beautiful. No wobble from it whatsoever either. It's perfectly balanced, which is something I don't see often, so that's always a treat. So anyways, I'll go ahead and give you guys a close-up so you can hear some of the air movement from the fan. So there we go. Absolutely amazing. I seriously do love this fan, and I just kicked the Springfield. Oh well, it's a Harbor Breeze. Who cares about it? Actually, I'm probably going to be getting rid of that thing here soon as well. I'm probably going to go start over at my grandparents for when I take the fans out of there. Anyways, actually, before I do this, I should look at the kilowatt, shouldn't I? Okay, let's see here. All right, 0.51 amps, 61.9 watts, and a whole power factor. So in terms of how much power the fan draws, or current, I should say, it's not that bad. It's a rather energy, efficient fan for what it is. I want to say it probably uses a 172, probably by like, well, let's see, I've seen a by 10 millimeter motor. It's a thin motor, that's all I know. I mean, that's why they call it the Pancake. It was such a striking design when the fan first came out. People really, really loved it, and I thought it was really cool. But honestly, in the catalogs, it doesn't look really that good. In person is when this fan shines. This is one of those fans where the catalog just doesn't do it justice. You got to see the thing in person or in photos or something to really just admire the beauty of it. It is such an amazing fan. A real art form. Minka is always really good at making these cool designs like the Artemis, the Wing, the Wave, and this. Like, their products aren't always the top of quality, and they aren't always the top of design, but they've just got some really cool stuff that they did first that nobody really can totally replicate. You know, Minka's just a great brand in that retrospect. I think they're just great. So, yeah. Spin down's pretty decent, so that's nice. This was a showroom display, so it didn't really get too much runtime, so I would expect it to be mostly quiet in the variants, not to have any real wear yet. So spin down maybe longer if I'd run it more. Actually, saying that, it was running for a solid hour. Probably not enough to fully loosen it up, but yeah. Overall, really convenient design with the receiver too. It just plugs in with those little plug-in thingies. And then you just got the hot and the neutral wire to connect, and then a ground or two. So overall, that's really convenient as well. And installation is pretty easy as well. You pop the whole thing together on the floor. Literally, like, the entire fan is just fully ready to go, except for the mounting bracket. Then you just pop the mounting bracket up, put the fan in, then you put the receiver in, make your connections, put the canopy up, and then the little trim ring on the canopy, and then you're done. It's really simple. It does not take that much time at all. So if you ever do see one of these at a steep discount and you were looking for something like it, I would definitely recommend going for it. These are amazing fans. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.